Leo. Hi. Ready to do some tarot? We're going to do mid-February love and career. If this is the first time you've ever been to Wild Pearl Tarot, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And for those of you guys who recognize me, thank you so much for coming back. Please hit the like button and subscribe if this resonates. Claim it. Claim it with your energy. Collaborate with me. And if it does not, then I encourage you to check out your moon sign, because that is kind of how we digest the world. We process things emotionally. Check out your moon sign. All right, you guys, we're going to start with career, then we're going to move on to love. Starting with career for my Leos, what do they need to know? Mid-February 2023. We're going to just let the cards fly out on their own, not going to force anything. If they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them. So, might be saving your pennies. You might be in a place of a conservative mindset. Something's kind of taking your energy. I think that you're tenacious about it, though. I mean, working hard at something. What else? Page of Rods. It feels that you're struggling to keep your mind open about something. We're going to get advice too. And then Three of Cups. We'll unpack that. This brings in the element of others. So it's going to tell us a little bit about either collaborators, co-workers, or friends. But there is possibly a small group of people that are coming into play in this reading for some reason. So we'll unpack that. One more. Thank you. And the Tower card. Tower card is a sudden shift. It's a change. It's the universe stepping in and kind of saying, hey, we're going to actually go in a different direction here. And all of a sudden you feel the lack of control. Now, this could be a very, very good thing. It always is a good thing, I think, leading to a good thing. But when the Tower card occurs, even if it's like a sudden job promotion or it's suddenly falling in love in a love reading, even if it's a positive thing, it still feels like you are out of control in that moment, right? But this could be relocating. This could be just a sudden shift in your career. All right, so unpacking these with that conservative mindset I was talking about in the beginning, the Four of excuse me, I've got like hair and itching. What is going on? The Empress card. So these are two very interesting energies when they come out together. There's this conservativeness, but there's good reason behind it. It's like you are keeping this energy inward in order to kind of create something, to nurture something that is very brand new. So this could be a new business, this could be a new venture or idea, this could be a passion or a skill set, but you're having to kind of keep your energy to yourself and also maybe even your pennies, you know. Make sure these are upright, yeah. Nine of Wands, Strength, the Leo card. You are going to be coming into you're going to be kicking into high gear. And you're good at this. You're going to feel very finely tuned. You're going to be you're going to be empowered. That's what I want to say. But it's tiring. It's like you're working really hard. Knight of Swords. This is somebody coming towards you or you coming forward with really fast communication. A Page of Rods. Knight of Rods. So we've got people here. We've got people are really coming into play in your career reading. And this is like Knight of Rods and the Page of Rods. It's like projects, possibilities. It's fiery entrepreneurial energy, but keeping your mind open, even despite competition or possibly some conflict, outer conflict or what have you. Three of Cups, what do we have there? Unpacking the Three of Cups, all of a sudden more people kind of coming into the picture. This is about stability. So there's going to be a focus on those around you, your comrades, your collaborators, how much stability they're granting you, how they're contributing to your sense of stability. It's going to be really important. King of Swords. Somebody's popping out here as somebody they're not very much in their feels. King of Swords sometimes even talks about a bank, you know. But King of Swords is, usually that's King of Pentacles, but King of Swords is calculated, strategic, smart, really smart, information-based. So if this is a boss, somebody you're trying to work with, information is going to gain their respect. Strategy, numbers, statistics, you get the idea, right? Passion and emotion is not going to impress them. Tower card. What's this tower card? Wow, this is a big change. It's the resurrection card of the judgment comes out, which is really beautiful. This is a very karmic card. So you are going to be set on the path of a very new opportunity. It's going to catch you maybe a little off guard, just everything that comes with it. But it's going to get your mind going. Like, you have skills to bring to the table here. You've got probably more than you even realize. It's not until your mind gets going in this new direction that you realize how much you can bring to the table. Symbolized by that glow that he's holding. There might be communications long distance. And a choice that needs to be made. Maybe it's a little cloudy right now. It's a little hard to make that decision. But you've got two sets of twos. So this is about the possibility of the fork in the road. It's about your relationship with the fork of the road. Some of this you don't feel you have control over, right? So basically you're given a scenario with the Tower card that you didn't have control over. But what you do with it, that has to do with a choice. And so I would like to ask Tarot right now for advice regarding that choice, because that's what really is standing out. Advice about your career reading for Leos. Advice about the career reading for Leos. Beautiful. We have the Page of Cups, which is following one's passions. It's like, rest assured, something really special is happening here. But if you get off the path of what's going on here, what you're building with this Empress card, why you're keeping this energy, something to yourself, your energy, your pennies, why you're saving up, why you're being conservative. If you disconnect from why that is, you could feel like a rush or disappointment or upset or something. So either way, I think you're going to be really aware of anything that's standing in the way between you and what you're passionately driven to do with your time and your energy these days. And I think that there's this end of a chapter as the seasons are changing in your life, and the World card comes forward talking about new ventures, possibly chatting or talking to people or companies overseas from a distance, things that are different than you, keeping your mind open. The Knight of Pentacles, though, I feel that it's like, keep your heart open, your mind sharp, and your pocketbook. The drawstrings tight. I'm making this up, obviously, but you know what I'm talking about. It's like, that is the theme of this whole career reading. Really exciting. So now I'm going to gather these up. We're going to do your love reading, and we're going to just reshuffle, refresh the deck for Leo in love for mid-February 2023. Leo in love, please make it through it. One more. Leo in love, February 2023. We've got the Seven of Pentacles flying out. Something hidden with the moon. We have, all right, the Ten of Wands in reverse. So far, Leo, the Leos I'm talking to with this reading so far, have put a lot of time and energy into something. Taurus got this as well. I think it was the first card out for them as well. Putting a lot of time and energy into something. Standing back and wondering, is it all worth it? Is the rewards, do they balance out the energy I'm putting into this? There's something I'd like to unpack here, and that is the moon. This is ruled by Piscean energy. It rules over what we don't see. It could be the subconscious, our dream worlds. It's also our fears. And we've got the Ten of Wands upside down. So this is all saying to me, you don't want to give up on something you put a lot of work into, but it's certainly tiring you out. Okay? Unpacking the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Hermit card. and that is going within. So I wouldn't be surprised if you feel kind of more quiet than usual. If you're really doing things that make you, you know, doing those little soul journeys in life, whether it's literally, you know, traveling alone or going on long walks alone or just spending some time just trying to get back to, just trying to get some perspective on it. Unpacking the moon, we have the Queen of Swords. This could be somebody with a harsh tongue, somebody who draws the line, who has to draw the line for themselves, draws boundaries and sound. I don't think that when the Queen of Swords comes out in reverse, it is somebody who is toxic that way. They can be too harsh with their words. With the Queen of Swords, this could be your energy. This could be somebody else's. Right side up, this is somebody who simply needs to draw a boundary. And this is hidden possibly from you. This is something that maybe you are trying to get to the center of, but also trying to, like, not wanting to necessarily. I think there's a feeling of, there's a reason it's been in the subconscious. There's a reason why it's been in the dark with the moon card. So let's get more on that, please. Queen of Swords. Yeah, so it's an ending. What's this 10 of Wands in reverse? Holding on, even though it exhausts you. Hierophant, some of you guys are married, so there's a contract there. It's like, oh, it's way easier to hold on and try to work through this and put more energy with the 7 of Pentacles. Invest further into it. Is it? Is it? Because we're going inside, getting perspective. Is it? Because we have the Hierophant over here, holding on for the sake of a contract. The Empress card. This is abundance. Something's abundantly waiting for you. Something is beautiful here with a Magician, something brand new, recreating something brand new. This is so obviously, my sweet dear Leos, this is so obviously kind of that tug of war of like, do I stay or do I go? So advice from tarot. And so the Hierophant, for those of you guys who are not married, the Hierophant rules over our institutions, you know, one being marriage, but also it rules over our belief systems and kind of the defined kind of tangible systems we've created around our commitments and our beliefs. So this is either way, even if it's not a marriage, you're like, do I start all over with the Magician energy? There is something that is calling you, and it's possibility. It's possibility. Now you could see a movie and it would trigger that possibility. You could hear a song. You could hear an Al Green song and you're like, oh yeah, I remember how that feels so good. Feeling that like abundance, you know? This is the Marilyn Monroe of the card deck. This is like the tarot version of Marilyn Monroe. This is also a pregnant card. She's literally the only card in the tarot deck who is pregnant, but that is not always to be taken literally, sometimes literally. But it's growing something brand new. If this is literal, I have to go down this rabbit hole real quick. If this is literal, then I feel that it's this debate of giving something up that's exhausting, possibly going deeper into commitment with a pregnancy. Advice from tarot, we have the Hanged Man. Standing by your guns. King of Pentacles comes out. King of Pentacles is not an emotional person. This could be your energy or somebody else's, but this is not an emotional character. This is somebody who's got their money on their mind and their mind on their money, and they're thinking very practically. They're good with money typically, but they're also, this is a relationship reading, and so we don't always read Pentacles like it's literal money. We look at that as self-value. And so this is somebody who really values being valued, you know, and being valued for how they're quite evolved. They're a king. They're matured. They're good at what they do. And so there's this stagnant energy, the Hanged Man, fighting off self-doubt. And then we've got the same card that we started with. This card is the same as this card, but this is upside down. So there's this cycle of like fighting off self-doubt, giving yourself pep talks, And then, is that harvest really abundant? Doesn't feel like it. So let's look at this, because practicality is what's coming forward here. We've got the Leo card, ruled by Leo is the Strength card. Okay, advice for Leo in love. 2 cards flew out together, stuck to one another. This is going inside and making plans. Not inside literally indoors, but you can go indoors if you want. Most of us are raining right now. So no, this is actually making plans from the quiet space inside, the hermit space, that intuition, you know, like here he is quiet walking through the night, not a sound around, and he's just got his lantern silently swinging there off of his hand, and that's what's guiding him. That's your inner light, right? So what I feel like advice is saying is don't jump the gun, be practical, you know, but you want to be valued. That king needs to be valued as the evolved character, and really takes pride in how practical they are, I think. They take pride that, yes, they can be passionate, they can be emotional. Leos, I'm a Leo moon, passionate and emotional all over it. But there's a lot of pride that this character, that you take in your ability to maneuver around emotion and look at the practical side of things. And so that's what's been working here on, like, you know, nonstop, around the clock, fighting off all those wands. That self-doubt. Those wands aren't attached to anybody for a reason. It's because that can be self-doubt. It can be people's doubts, fighting it off. The strength of the Leo to keep going forward. So it's like, don't jump the gun, but do recognize that this is coming out upside down. Are you being valued? Maybe not. So you can quietly go about this. 3 of Wands, look it up. Looking out towards the future. What does that look like? You can start building that future right now, from the inside out, from your imagination. This is gratitude as well. Gratitude for what you've built, for how far you've come. But right now, things are definitely in a holding pattern. And that has a very specific reason. There's a use for it. It's not wasting time. It all looks good, and it looks like it's getting worked out in its own time. And each one of those minutes, each day, is really important. All right, you guys, I'm sending you off with love. And I'll see you very soon for your weeklies. And I'll have your next month out in about 2 weeks. Like and subscribe if this resonated. Talk to you soon.